All right, this is going to be Misty Hollow guide to setting up ranches, farms, boundaries, polyzones, everything you need to set up a horse ranch or a livestock ranch. We'll try and do this in one take without a whole bunch of edits, mostly because I don't want to. But thanks for joining. Here we go. First, obviously, we're at our ranch. We're going to create a simple polyzone within this first pin. Easiest way to do that, F3 admin menu. And scroll down, polyzones. We're going to start a polyzone right here. Actually, let me scoot up a little bit, kind of make it a little wider. We'll start a polyzone. We're going to name it Video Ranch. It's going to be the name of it. Let me turn that on. And now we can see our first marker. A poly is nothing but a 2D shape. So I'm going to put one right over here. F4 to get our cursor. We're going to add a point. Add a point right there. Creates a little barrier to show you the poly that you're creating. We'll add a point right over here. Oops, I keep forgetting to hit F4. We'll add another point. Now we have an entire pin in a boundary, a polyzone. Once you get your polyzone, obviously, complete polyzone. I don't know if you can set the zone type right now. We could try that. We do want it to be ranching, : boundary. Be mindful of the capitalization. Ranching, : boundary. Submit. You have the UI confirmation. We will complete the polyzone. Now, Cal has added a handy dandy ranching tab. Sorry. So we haven't created a ranch yet. We have created a zone. Should be at the bottom. Video ranch. This is a very important number right here. This is the database number. It's number 17. It is listed as ranching boundary with 4 poly points. So everything's good. This will teleport you there. So we have the polyzone. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can do this from the admin menu here. We can create a ranch name. We'll call it the Video Ranch. We don't have tooltips, but this is your tier. I believe it goes through 1 through 4, a 4 being like a deluxe ranch. It can do everything. This is the number of animals that you can have there at any given time. We'll leave it at 20. I didn't mean to do that yet, because now it's a livestock. I did not mean that. Video ranch. I should have changed it to begin with. It's a horse ranch. Tier 4, 20 animals. We'll go right in the middle of it. I probably got to redo all that. Video ranch. Horse type. Tier 4. 20 animals. At my position. We now have it. It is unowned. You can edit later on. Change the tier. Number of animals. You can also set the owner right now. Use mine on 368. I am now owner of this. We have confirmation. That is for livestock ranches. Horses. If you need to spawn in a horse to test, this is not number of herds, this is number of horses. You can spawn it right at your feet. You can look at any ranch. can see who works there, who owns it, transfer it, remove owner. This is all for business team, real estate team mostly. You can transfer, you can remove them. You get the gist of that. Roles, kind of the same thing. This shows all the roles that are listed at a particular ranch. Trainers do need to be added. We got to change that to can manage livestock or can manage stock. They need that, otherwise they can't pull horses out to train them. And only the person that pulls the horse out can train them. So we'll fix that. But different roles, as you can see, the markets, those will pop up. This is the one in Valentine. Same with the black market, the fence. Grazing zones. It's just a poly zone. We'll go into that later, but it's just a poly zone dedicated to grazing. Wild horses, you can create wild horse zones where they spawn. Deed offices are not in yet. So we do need to go back to our zone. We are database 17, and our ranch is number 8. I think you can pair them here in this admin menu, but I prefer to use the text. I gotta get rid of my cigarette, I guess. The UI is in my way. To go to all the commands, just type /ranch. A lot of stuff you can do from the text, and I kind of prefer this for some actions. You can set the ranch boundary, link the polyzone, which I believe was, I forget, 18? 17. 17 and 8. We will link the polyzone to the ranch so that they are essentially communicating, right? This is 8. Ranch number 8, polyzone 17. Video ranch. So, confirmation again, that worked. Another good thing you can do from here, looking at all the ranch commands, you can teleport straight to it if you know the number, database info. I don't think this works. Yeah, I don't have permission to use this one. These are one of the easiest ways to also just transfer ranches. Set ranch, you just put in a character ID, the ranch number, all that. Also, list ranches is a good one that you will use. And it goes into the F8 menu, and it shows the database number, which is handy, the actual name, what tier, it gives all the information, who owns it. So list ranches is very important. So now that we have a ranch here, I probably need to remove myself from the other ranch, because I think I'm still owner of that. Let's see, we'll test my clipboard. Nope, it will only pop up one ranch. You can only manage one ranch at a time. So you can work at different ones, but your clipboard will only function for your primary ranch. I'm the owner of Video Ranch. We have 0 animals so far. This is just kind of a markers. We can add a water trough. Now, I've never had like a 3D object pop up. I don't think it's intended for that because most actual ranch locations already have them. But it is set there so that I believe the animals will water themselves more or less. If you leave them in the pen, for an hour, they're not going to die of thirst. They will feed themselves and drink. You can manage all of your employees. Put a spawn point for the animals. Let's leave it spawn point 1. And because we are a horse ranch, I know I'm barefoot because Cal stole my boots and I can't spawn boots or go clothes shopping in the dev server. We will spawn a wild horse right in front of us. Oh, shit. He's getting away. So you do lasso him. You will go through a minigame, just like any wild horse. This is not the training minigame. This is simply to get the horse under control, obviously. Now, obviously, you'd probably be out in the country somewhere. You need to ride this back. He will try to buck you. And this is what you have to succeed at. The horse can now be tamed by a ranch. I think it's a random number generator because some horses I have to do that 6 or 7 times before they can be tamed. To manage a horse, to do anything to train it, you have to be inside your ranch boundary. Once you're here, we can alt register wild horse. Hoofs. It says the horse doesn't belong to the ranch, but he does. So he goes into the barn, essentially. We now have one animal we can look at. It is a mangy horse, wild caught, male. We can create a deed right here. I don't remember what that does. Transfer to a stable, like to your personal stables. You won't use that very often, but this is to pull the animal in and out. Wild horse has spawned. Now, we can lead. That's not working too well. I think it's my key binding, because all I do is point with the L. And it stops. Also, I think you have to break the animal fully before you can lead it. So, this is the breaking part. This is where you'd be out running it. And he's going to try to buck you. I believe there are 3 levels of this. Taming progress, plus 15. 15% now. So if I keep riding him, he will do that, but I think there's a 5-minute cooldown. Go back inside the pin, and when you hop off, I think it tells you the cooldown for the next breaking session. Normally it does. Anyways, we can look at info. We can see basic info for this wild horse. Last night I could see all the stats, bare bones, but you do see that we have improved taming a little bit. These wild horse, they all come in at 50% with hunger and thirst. Shows a market value. This is a mangy horse, so he's only $5. He is a calm horse. He's registered to Video Ranch, and he's wild caught. There's a great little stat menu. Yeah, breaking cooldown, 5 minutes remaining. I thought we could see. Might be because it's a mangy one. We'll stop the video. We're going to run to the market and buy a regular horse, and then get back over here and we'll resume. We'll put this one back in for now. Deploy your clipboard, animals, put them inside the house. Boom. We'll be right back. We are at the market. We're going to buy a horse. You can buy all sorts for a mangy $5 all the way up to $200. Now these stats are random, but they do come with certain defaults based on their breed, based on Red Dead 2. We'll just grab a roadster real quick. They do spawn over here by the hay, and typically we would ride him back. Actually, let's look at his stats real quick. View horse. These are the random number generated, as well as genetic stats. These aren't true numbers because some of these, like speed, goes up to 5. Once you get back to the ranch, register them. Numbers change a little bit, but he is very tame, 0 bonding, full health and everything else. So this is another calm horse. Seems to have great speed, great agility, and quick bonding. So, through the magic of video editing, we'll go back. And here we are back at the ranch. We're going to be inside the polyzone boundary. And we will register him. Register horse to ranch. Boom. Horse registered to video ranch. We now have 2 animals. Norfolk. Let's pull him out. See what kind of stats it shows here. This is where you can train. We are at the ranch. We have to be within the bounds to manage them. Jump training. Not sure what's involved with that. I haven't done it. Obstacle course. Not sure. I know you spawn obstacles. At least a minimum of 3. Endurance run. I've never done that. Gunfire exposure. I've done that. You literally just have a couple minutes to blast a bunch of rounds. It gets expensive in ammo, but it does go up by 0.35% or 0.35 each time, up to a max of 2.5 to add to it. Obviously, some of these horses are better than others on courage. His courage is very low, so we could only get to a max of like 3.5 total, which would be a good horse. But same with sprint drills, speed. So that's how you train all of them. Pretty intuitive. Breeding, obviously. We don't have another horse here. No compatible mates. But if we did... Wait, is this... We do have another horse. Let's pull out our mangy horse. I don't think we can breed... Oh! Alright. Yep. Oh, okay, there they go. Alright, well, that concludes your lesson for how to set up a horse ranch. I'm your host, Dreadpop. I'll see you next time.
Subscribe!